Wanna know his secret?
Hey, what is up guys, this is BlueYeti here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple Minecraft skin render using Cinema4D. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what we'll be making today. Whoops, that's the wrong folder. Where is it? Right here. So this is one that we'll be making. This is one. This is one. This is one. All of these are ones that we'll be making. Not this text. Not that though. That's something else. So yeah, today I'm just going to be showing you how you guys can make these, and yeah, they're pretty simple to make. Most people think they're difficult, but once you learn it, you'll never forget it. It's really simple, and yeah, let's go ahead and show you right now. So first of all, I just want to give a shout out to this guy because he's the creator of the rig that we will be using to actually make this skin render thing. So this guy right here. But anyway, you guys can check him out. You don't really have to. I don't know. He's just the creator. But anyway, you guys will need to download FMR Frost 5.0. I'll have the link to this website down below. And you just want to click this download button right here. It'll take you to MediaFire. Just click the download button again. And if you get another page open, just exit out of that. You don't need that. And yeah, so once you guys have downloaded that, click on your file explorer right there. And then go to downloads. And then just go ahead and drag this to your desktop. But if you guys do not have it already, you will need to get WinRAR right here. So yeah, I'll leave a link to this down below. But anyway, you just want to click either English 32 or English 64, depending on what kind of operating system, like which bit you have. And if you guys actually do not know if you have a 64-bit or a 32-bit, one second, let me just get rid of that. Don't need that. If you guys actually don't know, you can just go to your file explorer right here. Look for where it says this PC. Click properties, and then it'll tell you right here. So as you can see, I have a 64-bit operating system, so that means I will download the English 64-bit. And yeah, so that is how you figure that out. And you just want to download WinRAR and install it, and then oh my gosh, then you want to get FMR 5, and then we can finally start the tutorial. So you guys also need, of course, Cinema4D. I'm expecting that you have that, but if you don't, there's probably a way to get it for free. And yeah, so just go look that up or something, or you can buy it, but I don't know how much it actually is, so you're gonna have to look that up yourself. So anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and open up Cinema4D real quick. Click yes. And then we'll just go ahead and let this load up, and then we're just going to minus this out. And now you're going to want to open up FMR 5. Well, actually not yet. So when you guys have downloaded FMR 5 and dragged it to your desktop or wherever, you want to right click it and click on the extract to FMR 5.0 / button right here. Just click that, and then you'll get this folder right here. Just go ahead and double click open that. Double click open this again. And then you're just going to want to focus on this FMR 5 thing right there. That's all we're going to be focusing on. Don't focus on anything else. You can just drag that to your desktop. But anyway, guys, yours will not look like this. Yours will be like a white piece of paper or something. The reason mine looks like this is because I opened it wrong when I first got it, and that's how it is so far. So that's how I have to open mine, actually. But for you guys, it's very simple. Just go ahead and drag your FMR 5 onto Cinema4D like so. For me, that doesn't actually work because, like I said, it's not the paper. It's actually a file. So for me, I would just double click it. Click that yes button. I don't know if that showed up for you guys, but it should have. And Cinema4D is lagging. There we go. Okay, got that. And then once you guys, either way you did it, depending on what you have, you just want to double click on this FMR 5 button, and then you can click the X on that, and now you'll see this little Minecraft guy right here. You see right here? Yes, so now we're ready to, you know, start work. So you guys will actually need to import your actual Minecraft skin, and if you don't have that, just go ahead and also download this Minecraft skin viewer thingy that I will also put a link for. Let me just look that up real quick. Actually, I think it's on here. Yeah, so I'll leave a link to this down below. But anyway, once you get here, you just want to scroll down and click this download button right here. So yeah, click that, download and install it, and then go ahead and open this up. And then just type in your Minecraft username, or if you're doing this for somebody else, type in theirs, whatever it is. And then click the show skin button or enter. And then once you finish that, right click it and click the save skin as, not save image, save skin as. And then let's just save that to our desktop. Click the save button. Okay. And now you'll have this right here. But if you guys actually get a skin file that is only 32 by 32, which means it doesn't show this, it just shows from like this part right here, only that part. What you're gonna want to do is actually go to this website called it's like free, no, it's like, oh yeah, needcoolshoes.com. Sorry, I forgot it for a second. And sorry if I'm going too fast for you guys. I feel like I'm going way too fast, but hopefully you guys can keep up with me and keep up on my pace. And yeah, so you just want to delete everything that's right there if there's anything. And then you're going to want to click this import from computer button right here. And then find where the skin is. And this is only, no, my God, I just messed up, didn't I? I just did something. 1 second. I don't know why. Okay, whatever. That doesn't matter. So, it's only do this if yours is a 32 by 32, not a 64 by 64, which means it doesn't have this part down here. It just has that part. Basically, FMR5, the rig that we're using right here, only works on 64 by 64 skins. So if you attempt to do it when it doesn't look like this, it will actually not work. So that's why we go here and make it 64 by 64. So yeah, click this import from computer button like I said. Go find your skin, double click, open that, and then here's your skin. And then you just want to click this fourth icon right here, the export button, and click download to your computer. Download that, and when you look at it, it will be 64 by 64 now. So now here's going to want to use that render and put that into here, and I'm going to show you how to put that in actually. But I already have my skin, so I can actually just delete both of those. I was just showing you if you didn't have it. So yeah. So anyway, once you've completed all of these steps, what you want to click is, or what you actually want to look at is this skin ... thing right here. And you want to click this ... right here under the skin thing. And then you want to go ahead and locate your skin wherever that might be. Mine's right there. And then there's our skin. It is now in here, and we are now ready to, you know, render it, or, well, no, well, you know, work with it and do what we want to do with it. So what I'm actually going to do is scroll down here, and I suggest doing this as well. You guys might want to look at the eyes and the mouth and the pupils and all this stuff right here, and make sure it is all off, because if you have a skin like mine that doesn't actually have eyes or a real mouth or anything like that, then you won't need that. And then you're also going to want to click on the hat's a second layer if you have a second layer like me. So now we will have this, and this is my skin, so it's looking pretty nice so far. So yeah, you can also turn on the cape if you want. I mean, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah, I think it does. And then I'm just testing something real quick. Yeah, you can like make it bend and stuff. I guess we'll do that. So yeah, to make the cape bend, what you're actually gonna want to do, if you turn it on, you're gonna want to click on the cape right here at the bottom actually, and then there's this little white box thing, and then you just use that to bend it like so. I'm just doing that. I just wanted to explore and see if that actually worked, and I'm gonna try that actually again real quick. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna make it go like out here. So yeah, that works. And yeah, so I'm just going to show you the basics of Cinema4D real quick for all of you who are probably new and possibly confused. So right here are your 4 tools that you will dearly love. Well, mostly the first 3. I don't even know what this does actually. So this tool right here actually rotates it around in a circle. You just click on it and move your mouse. Right here you move back and forth, and this will zoom in and out, and this button is to move around like so. I know that looks pretty funny, doesn't it? Yeah. And then don't even pay attention to any of these yet. Most of these you actually will not use. You only use like a few of these actually. So don't be like scared because there's so many settings that you don't know how to use yet. I mean, I don't know how to use more than half of these myself, so I only use the ones that are needed, and that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. So yes, so now let's go ahead and start making a cool pose. So to make the pose, what you guys can actually do is just look at the body part and click the bottom thing right here. Make sure, if it has this little circular shape, make sure to click this cross looking thing. And then once you have that selected, you don't want to click any of these three lines at all. You just want to click wherever on the screen and then move it. And look at this, guys. We're able to move this and do whatever we want with it. So I think I have an idea for a cool pose I think I'm going to do myself. So I'm just going to put the arm right there. And then we're going to do the same for the other side. And if this is too confusing for you guys, let me just Control Z. Yeah, well, if this is too confusing for you guys, you can actually click this little star box thingy right here and just click on that and then do it. If it's only if it's like too confusing for you and you can't figure that out, but I mean you should be able to figure that out. But yeah, so I'm gonna make a cool render. I have an idea for a render that I think I'm gonna do. And now we're going to work with the feet, so you can either click these or you can just click the box down here. Make sure that you don't click the bottom box like this, because that's going to actually move the whole thing. You just want to get the legs. So I think I'm going to do a pose like this. So yeah, I'm just moving it around, getting it all set up and such, making a cool pose. I'm just working with it, you know. So that looks pretty cool so far. And now what we can actually move the head around. But for this, you don't want to just move it around like this, because then it'll come flying off and then your head will be gone. So that's not a good idea. You actually want to use the circular rotating tool for the head, and this will help you move it around. It'll stay in one piece, and you can do some crazy cool stuff with it. So I'm just going to do a cool little pose like this and do something like that. I guess that looks pretty cool for now, doesn't it? I think that does. And yeah, so you guys can actually add weapons to this after you've gotten your pose and you're all set up. You just want to click on the FMR5 right here again, and then you'll see an FMR or just a 5.0 options tab. Click on that, and then you'll see this little line thing. Just drag this all the way to the bottom, and there's actually weapons that you guys can get right here. Let me just go back into this. There's actually weapons that you can get right here. Just ignore what I'm doing right there. That doesn't matter. So yeah, there's actually weapons that you can get. And as you can see, axe, pickaxe, shovel, whatever. If we want to do a wood shovel or a sword, there's a wood sword. If we want to do a iron sword over here, there's an iron sword. Gold, you can even do a shovel, but then you'd want to turn one of them off. So you can do something like that. I don't know. I think that looks pretty cool, but I'm not actually going to use the shovel. I'm going to use I think I'm going to use an axe. That would look cool. So I'm going to do a diamond axe. No, not pickaxe. I mean axe. So it's so simple to use. I really do give credits to the creator. He did a fantastic job with this. Honestly, like, this is so cool. I really like it. It's the easiest way to make a render. If you guys use different ways and you're just watching this video for the heck of it, I mean, you can use it different ways, but I find that this is the easiest way possible, and this is the way that I would use it. And yeah, so just try to get this in the hand as well as possible, you know, so it looks cool. You can make it look like you're throwing it if you want, but I mean, you don't have to. I'm just giving you some ideas. And yeah, so I think that's gonna look good. Make sure it's not coming out at all if you want to make it connected. And yeah, so there's that. That looks pretty sick, honestly. So I think that this looks really nice. And yeah, so now what we can do is go ahead and, you know, just add a few more things. I think I'm going to add a bow to the other side just for example to show you guys. So if you want to add a bow, there's actually no bow selection here. What you can do is just click on this line thing and drag it however you want, like so. And then it'll randomly put in a bow for you. And then, as you can see right here is the bow. And you can actually rotate this just by clicking on it. And oh god, I messed that up. Okay, Control Z. Control Z is going to undo anything that you mess up, by the way. So what you're actually going to want to do is probably zoom in and find where the actual axe is. So that's the axe. So yeah, you can rotate this however you wish. But I'm actually not going to use an axe. I don't think that's a good idea for this render. But I mean, it's cool if you want to do it. You can make like a cool little bow pulling thing if you want. I don't know. Do whatever you guys want. Go crazy with this. I mean, the possibilities are endless, really. And yeah. So now that we have our render, we're going to go ahead and go through the settings real quick and show you the settings that I would do to make the best render possible. So yeah, so first of all, you're going to want to click on this little edit render settings button right here. And the first one is the output. We're going to go ahead and change this to 2560 by 1440. And the reason being is because this will make the best possible quality for a render that we can use. And it'll honestly just look the best like this. And we're not done yet, so yeah, there's a few more things you have to do. So that's all you have to do for this page, I believe. Now go to save, and you want to click this alpha channel button. Make sure that is ticked, because if you don't, then it'll be messed up. And then under format right here, go down to where it says .png or just PNG. And then for the file thing, make sure that it actually is ticked on save, because if you don't, then I don't know what will happen. We're just going to save this to our desktop and make it Yeti render, something like that. And then for multi-pass, you don't have to do anything. Anti-aliasing, or I don't know if I said that right, but you just want to choose best. And I like making it 2x2. Keep that at 4x4. I don't think you have to change anything right here. Under the options tab right here, you can change a few things if you want to, but I mean, you can have a reflection, you can have whatever. I don't think I'm going to change anything right here. I think that's good. Nothing in this tab and nothing here. But there's a few more things that I would add if I were you guys. You don't have to add these, but I would. I click the effect button right here. And look where it says ambient occlusion or occlusion or whatever. And you want to click that. And what I would do here is... Wait, actually, no, scratch that. You do not need to use this. Just untick that. Go to effects and then glow right here. Yes, you need glow. So what I suggest doing is just making, you know, some stuff here. Definitely turn all this down. You can copy my settings if you want. These are the best for me. And I know it just adds a cool effect to it, so that it'll make it look a lot nicer. These are what I have it at usually, and then you could just copy this if you want. So yeah, just pause the video whenever you feel like you need to copy. And then under global illumination, go to record density, or wait, where is it actually at? Yeah, record density, and put that at high, and I'll be back. Okay, like I was saying, actually, I do not know if you have to do this, honestly, but I think you can just keep this at medium. Honestly, I think you want to put this at high, because that'll make it the best quality, like I said. I'm trying to see, is there anything else that I usually use? No, there really isn't. So yeah, once you've gotten that, just click the X button right here. And I'm just going to go through everything real quick, so you can pause whenever you want. Yeah, so you guys can just pause this if you want. Put whatever you want. And then there's that. You don't have to do anything here, actually, so you don't have to copy that. We didn't do anything here, so that doesn't matter. Here's the glow. And here's the global illumination. Don't do anything here. Just go here and change that to high. So yeah, now what we're going to do is go ahead and click the X button. And now what we actually have to do, we have to do one more thing. We're not quite done yet. We actually have to add a couple of lights in, because if you don't add lights, then it'll just be black, because we added a glow effect to it, and you need to have some lights on it. So we're going to do that now. Plus, if you don't have lights, I think it'll just be black anyway. The only reason it shows up for you is because, you know, you're editing, and you don't need lights quite yet. So now what you're going to want to do is just click this add light button, and make sure that you're on the cross selection thing, or the move tool, and you just want to move this to however it looks the best. You're going to need to use multiple lights, by the way, but I think that right here is a good start. So make sure to click on the light. And what I actually like to do is I like to add a shade of whatever color you're using, like that much, and then it'll make it actually a little bit bluer. I think that's a bit too much. Don't do too much, because if you do something like this, then look at your render. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's why I like to keep it really low, just barely, so that you can kind of notice it, but not really. And now we're going to add another light just by clicking on the light button. And if you guys are confused with anything, just be sure to drop a comment. I will reply to most of them as long as they're reasonable. And then for the same thing, make sure you're on that one. And they don't have to be exactly the same, but if you get them close enough, it will look like they're the same color, like right there. Maybe a bit darker, actually, like right there. No, that looks more purple, actually. No, that's not going to work. Probably like right there. Yeah, so that's good. Now we're going to add another light right here, and we're going to drag this one high up and put it right there and make it a bit more high for the head. And then what we could do finally is click on this blue and put it like right there. So yeah, now we got all of our lights on there, and we're all set, and I'll be back again. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry about all these distractions, guys. So yeah, now we've gotten all of our lights, we've gotten our render, we've gotten the settings. We're basically ready to render this bad boy out. You don't have to get the feet. But yeah, so that looks really epic. So get it in the position that you want it to render out as. I'm going to render mine like this. I would try to get it in as close as possible to it. I'm going to render mine like that. I think that looks perfect. So make sure that you, again, have all the same settings. You probably should. But if you guys actually don't want to go through the settings, I will keep the settings file that I actually have. I actually made a settings file, so I didn't have to go through it every time. Basically, if you want to have that, you just double click it. Where is it? Right here, Minecraft render. I'll have a download link for that. Make sure that if you are going to use this, though, you double click open it before you open up FMR5. That's the way I do it. I don't know if it'll work the other way around. So double click that, open it up. You already have all the settings you need. The only thing you have to change is where you will save it to. So make sure that you do that every time. And then you just drag the FMR5 and do exactly what I showed you here. But we already went through all the settings again. So yeah, now all you have to do is click the render button and it'll start rendering. You guys will actually see it go through everything right here. Hopefully this will turn out like how you want it. I want it to work out. I think this should work. But yeah, this might take a little while since this is the highest quality possible. And if it doesn't work out, then just use the settings save file that I have, and you can just skip all of that if it doesn't work out. But yeah, so I just want to see if it's gonna actually like show after it finishes the irradiance cache process or pre-pass. I don't actually remember doing that on my other settings file. I would check it, but I can't anymore because, you know, I'm rendering it out. So yeah, make sure to keep this open when you're rendering it. And let's just wait and find out. It's about to finish. Yeah, so now it'll quickly render through everything. Actually, this isn't taking as long as I thought it would. I don't know why it's going by a hyperspeed pace. But, you know, it's going good. So, actually, this is the fastest it's ever gone by. I'm not even going to lie when I say this either. So that was a really fast render. That's kind of weird. But yeah, so now just let it add its glow in. You'll see it go through like simply like that. And as you can see, there's like a little line. I don't know if you can see that. And yeah, so the render is actually done. I would minus these out. Don't close it. Let's go check how it looked. So this is the final piece. This is what you will get. So I guess the settings that I just showed you are actually the best settings. I might make those my new settings, honestly. I think I'm going to. So yeah, I'll have a download link for the settings down below. But what I would do before you actually close everything out is save the settings. I'll show you how to do that. So yeah, here's the render. You can do whatever you want with it. Make a banner, make a whatever. I actually rendered the axe a bit too low though. I'd probably have to do something like that. So yeah, I messed up a little bit, but you know, I'm still gonna use it probably because I think it turned out pretty well. So yeah, basically, if you did like this video, be sure to smash the like button. And yeah, so now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to make the save file so that you won't have to go through the settings every single time. So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and delete all of this. I know, all the good work gone, guys. It sucks. But yeah, so now you'll be left with nothing, and that's what we want. So all you have to do is go to File, Save As right here, click on Desktop, and then what we're gonna do is go ahead and name this Minecraft Save. And then just make sure that you have this .c4d at the end. Don't erase that. Click the save button, and then you'll have that right there. You can click the X now, and you're all good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and save this for the video, and you guys can go download that. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button. Like I said before, let's go for 20 likes for this video. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see all of you in the next one. Have a great day. Take care.